Walisahau pia kuweka shares. Niko na shares 400,000 ya Safaricom. Wangeweka hiyo. Na pia wangeweka kama kuna askari pia wanalinda huko. Wangeongeza hiyo.
So the Daily Nation has written a bombshell of an article regarding how Safaricom, together with a British telco company called Neural Technologies, have been assisting Kenyan law enforcement agencies in locating individuals who sometimes are criminals, but also individuals who sometimes have been reported missing or abducted and later found dead. And some of these cases have been reported as extrajudicial killing.
These killings and abductions, they have been done in open daylight for everybody to see. Now these killings are either, there are two things, a direct order from the president himself, or these people are doing for him.
Oh my God!
I may not be your best, and I don't claim to be, but I'm the one you have.
So personally, I think the Safaricom CEO is in a very, very tight spot. A very tight spot. Because there are two reasons why he can't say no to the government. The first one is Mr. Zakayo has 400,000 shares in Safaricom. He admitted to it. 400,000 shares. Maybe there are more by now. So to some degree, he has some ownership in Safaricom. So they have to do whatever he wants. The other part is that him being the leader of the country and him supplying business to them continuously, like the recent shift deal, they have to listen to him because he brings the highest amount of business to the organization or to the company. So they have to listen to him. If he wants you gone, you, the guy talking ill about the government, if he wants you gone, they just go and they have to let go. So if they have to choose a side, do you think they'll choose the side of the citizen or the guy that brings the highest amount of money? Do you think they'll choose the side of the citizen or the guy that has invested in their company? That's the dilemma the CEO is in continuously. So I know he wishes he could protect us. He wants to protect us, but he can't. His hands are tied. So as much as people are rebuking him, I understand. I sympathize with him because he's an outright guy. If you listen to the interviews he gives, he's an outstanding guy.
Our main role in society is to keep the country connected. Yeah, whether that is through connectivity on voice, on data, accessing the internet, or actually later on when we set up M-Pesa, keep the country connected in the context of payment. So those are the three ways. So even in keeping the country connected, we don't want to leave anyone behind. So it has always been transforming lives through supporting Kenyan passion points, through our foundation work in community, and then really focusing on being there for every, connecting people to opportunity, and empowering business.
He's a good guy, but his hands are tied. You can't lose that investor. That one investor by telling him no. It's almost the same case with us with Turkey. Turkey supplies us with some things. So when it came to deporting those 4 Turkish guys, or us destroying our reputation at the UN, we had to pick a side. We had to pick a side. And we picked the wrong side and was taken by it. So it's always about picking a side. At times, there are casualties. People like Aoko might be casualties, people like Boni might be casualties, people like Francis Gaido. And those ones are the lucky casualties because they are still alive. Some of the casualties for the less famous people who are abducted and they are not as known, or people didn't make enough noise. We'll never see them. Up to now, we're not sure if we'll ever see Aoko. We're not sure. Because it's been days and days and days. We're not sure what happened. We're not sure what might happen. It would be a miracle if we see him again. Some we've buried. And the abductions continue. They won't stop. It's the new tactic. all those abductions, all those people, like, they made it easy for them. But now I think my problem with Safaricom is, or with the government is, it's easier to find these people from Mandamano. It's easier to find these people like Francis Gaido, people like Boni. But for the crimes that we all know the government needs to solve, like the one from Sando, they couldn't find the guy. When it comes to serious matters that really the government needs to be involved, all these femicides, they don't find the perpetrators. But if it's someone who said something negative about the government, they'll find it very easy.
These killings and abductions, they've been done in open daylight for everybody to see. Now, these killings are either, there are two things. A direct order from the president himself, or these people are doing for him. So if he does not put an end to these killings, so he should be held responsible to every person that he was killed. Despite Ruto's concerted efforts to squeeze Kenyans to misery and terrorize them to hopelessness, Kenyans are not hopeless and have the constitutional rights to self-defense in the face of this brazen violation of their fundamental rights. We urge our fellow parents, and indeed all Kenyans in goodwill and standing, to step up and be each other's keeper. We must stand up for each other and all our youth to protect one another as necessary. This dictatorial and painful oppression is reaching its peak levels, and it is time to say enough is enough, or we perish. We call upon every Kenyan, every person of conscience, and every believer in justice to stand united in resistance, demanding the preservation of our rights, our dignity, our humanity. Let us be reminded that without accountability, there can be no freedom. We urge Kenyans to be each other's keeper and to stand up for each other and protect one another as necessary. It is time to say enough is enough to this rogue regime and those who aid it and abet. All Kenyans who care about this country and the future of our children must.
We have credible sources who have indicated that there is a special abduction/killer squad, which is comprised of both police and army officers. And this squad, we are told reliably, is based somewhere in Karen, near the DP's residence, and another wing of it is based in Orepolos, in Kajiado.